Metal Driver here, and today I am looking at the Ultimate Edition, Rey Mysterio. We had images of Mysterio on the side and on the back, along with some information on Rey Mysterio. And before I go any further, you fine folks have been acknowledged. Now with all that being said, let's go ahead and open this up and take a look at Rey Mysterio. And here we have the Master of the 619 out of the packaging. We see the nice details throughout the figure, and he comes with some cool accessories that include some open gloved hands, and an alternate head sculpt with his mouth open, and I don't think this is brand new. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. Either way, it looks pretty good. My only slight complaint that I have is, well, with the Rey Mysterio figures, I don't think we've ever gotten any TrueFX printing on the Elites. I would assume that all the budget for the paint goes into the mask, which is fine, that makes sense. It would have been nice with an Ultimate Rey to have that TrueFX printing. I know to some that's not a big deal, but just that extra paint detail to make the face look a little more lifelike would have been cool. But it's not a deal breaker, the mask is nice. We do see the black eyes that he donned for this match at WrestleMania 22. The paint on the mask looks really good, cross looks nice, the white around the eyes look good, the white going down the mask. Here's a look at the side. Those eagles look pretty good. Some good paint. I don't see anything that's majorly sloppy or mispainted, which is always nice to see. And then here we look at the back of the mask. Here's the symbol. Looks nice. Painted very well. And the other accessories that we get is his entrance gear, which is really nice. Love the detailing on the pieces here. Now this is the waist piece, the belt piece. This is the shoulder piece right here. But look at the lower piece first. This looks really nice. I love the Aztec aesthetic here. Paint detailing looks really good. Sculpting looks really nice. I love this. Now, I don't think this is brand new because we did get a entrance grade Rey Mysterio many years ago, and I'm pretty sure these are the exact same accessory pieces. Now, I don't have that figure, so I can't confirm that, but based on the images I see online, they look to be exactly the same. But if they're not, let me know. Here's that bottom piece here, really nice. Love this. Then here is the shoulder piece having the same deco, the same design. Looks really good. Paint detailing looks nice. I don't see anything that's majorly sloppy or mispainted. And then here we have the headpiece with this eagle and all these feathers on the back. Looks really nice. The sculpting is really good. The paint that we have is really well done. Executed very well. Here's a look at the side. That looks really good. And on the back, we also have a back piece for the mask. So that's neat. So yeah, so these entrance accessory pieces look really good, especially on Rey. Then look at the default head sculpt on the Rey figure. This, I know for a fact that this is not brand new. I've seen this smug face so many times, and I'm okay if it's reused. Still would have preferred a little bit of TrueFX printing around the mouth, but it is what it is. Now the paint for the most part looks good on the mask, except for this front part right here. Looks like the white around the eyes are a little too close to each other. If you look on the alternate mask, yeah, that white line going down to the nose is clear and distinct, separated from the whites from the eyes. Whereas this one, they're all smushed together. So that's disappointing. The cross looks good. The rest of the white parts look good. The eagles on the side look nice. White chin strap looks fine. Then the back symbol on the mask, painted very well. Then look at the torso. We get a brand new body for Rey. That is the first time we're getting an Ultimate Rey, so this looks really nice. I'm glad it's not overly bulky like Eddie. I think this is a nice choice for Mysterio. Paint looks good on the tattoo across the abdomen. Mine does have an extra little paint here on the chest. Not a big deal. Paint on the tattoos look really good. I don't see that's anything that's majorly sloppy. Here's a look at the forearm. That looks nice. Good paint work. Letters here look nice. Some paint work right here looks fine. Little bit of sloppiness here, but not a big deal. Good paint. Good paint. Oop, almost dropped that. These arms look good. Nice tattoos. Really happy with how that turned out. And then look at that back tattoo, that ginormous tatted spine. Looks really nice. Happy with how that looks. You get the butterfly joints in there, and they painted all the way in on this plastic part, so glad they didn't go cheap there. Then look at the legs. He's wearing the pants that he wore during the Ruthless Aggression. Those thicker type pants. Paint around the belt. Looks really good. Says Rey here. At least I think it does. That is supposed to be a Y. That looks really sloppy. Here's a look at the back, fine paint, nothing that looks too bad. Look at the leg, we get 619 down the side of the pants on the left side. Paint looks really good, I don't see anything that's terrible. Could have used an extra coat of white paint, you can see a little bit of black seeping through, but other than that, looks fine. I'm happy with how that turned out. And then here is that symbol on this cross. I think it's a cross, right? Looks good for the most part, although this part looks a little bit sloppy. Could just be because of the joint. But aside from that, looks pretty good. I'm not complaining with anything on this figure so far. I think this figure is turning out really well. Then you get those long pants that cover up the feet, which are going to hinder articulation. And we're going to see that right now. The head is on a ball joint. It looks that high up and that far down, so okay range there. Can turn side to side and tilt very well. Shoulder goes that high up. Rotates all the way around. There is a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, pretty good range there. A swivel and hinge at the wrist. A beautiful butterfly joint. It's got articulation here at the diaphragm. He goes that far forward. It's not the best range there, and that far back, so that is much better. He can tilt pretty well here, and there's a waist swivel. Legs go that far out, and there is the drop down hips here. So he can kick that high up, so that is really good. And for a high flyer, you can certainly do some nice poses with this figure. He's got a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. And then as I mentioned, because of the plastic on the bottom of the pants, the articulation is going to be hindered, so there's barely any movement going up and down. He has some better ankle pivot, and he has some toe articulation. Here's the new Ultimate Edition Rey Mysterio next to the Elite Royal Rumble Rey, and unfortunately I do not have that white Ruthless Aggression attire Rey Mysterio to compare him with. But I do have Ultimate Eddie, and they look pretty good next to each other, even if Eddie has a cartoonish body. And finally, here he is next to a Ruthless Aggression, Randy Orton, and Kurt Angle. And I know we're getting an Ultimate Attitude Era Kurt, but I would love a Ruthless Aggression version, or at the very least, an updated Elite version of this, possibly in a future Greatest Hits wave. I think this Rey Mysterio figure is fantastic. I really love how this was executed. The entrance gear looks so good. Even if this is not brand new and these are the exact same pieces from the entrance grates, it's still nice to see it with an ultimate body, and I'm really enjoying the ultimate torso on this Rey. I don't know how everyone feels about it, but I think it looks good. Really, the only minor little gripe that I have is that I wish they could have put some True Effects printing on the mouth around the face area that is exposed from the mask. It's not a deal breaker. I think the rest of it looks good, so I think I'd go as far as to say that this is my favorite Rey Mysterio in my collection. So these have been hitting Walmart stores. So far, I haven't seen many people complain about not finding these. They do seem to be stocking them pretty decently. So if they have not hit your area yet, hopefully they do soon, because I think this Rey Mysterio is worth picking up and adding to your collection. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see more wrestling figure reviews, click on the card at the end of the video, and I'll see you next time.